coming up on 15 seconds to our 5-minute mark for H1 Unlimited's Heat 2B, presented by
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark 5 minutes.
All right, we are set to go racing here in our Heat 2B.
And we've got our 5-minute gun. It's time to go racing. First one out on the course is going to be, looks to be Brian Perkins. Seafair wants to, Seafair thanks Albert Lee Appliance, proud sponsor of the Albert Lee Appliance Seafair Cup. To start, our 2B is just a few minutes away. Seafair reminds you that for your safety and the safeties around you, everyone must be out of the water when the hydros are on the Ted Jones race course. Now it's time to go out on the water and enjoy the world's fastest race boats. Heat 2B is presented by Seafair and Graham Trucking.
All right, we have 4 minutes and 14 seconds until our start. All 4 of our boats are away from the dock. We've got 2 of them on the race course heading up the backstretch. We've got 2 more coming around the point at the north end of the Stan Sayers Memorial Pit area here. That would be the 99.9, the CarStar powered Miss Rock Aaron Salmon. That is the red and black boat. They are coming out on the course, and they will be followed by the bright orange U440, the Bucket List Racing, and Dustin Eccles. As they come out on the race course, they are going to see off to their left. They're going to see Brian Perkins, who decided he didn't want to pay him a visit, and instead Kay Brewery cut the race course and head over to the backside.
Yes, but Jimmy Shane's going to come straight down into turn number 1, and we're going to see for the first time, oh, and he's taking a little bit of a late left-hand turn is Jimmy Shane. But out on the 440, the Bucket List, along with our rookie of the year 2018, is going to be Aaron Salmon in the 99. Like we said, this is the milling point, and they're allowed to cut the course. But once they have come across that start-finish line, it's all going to be fun watching them go into turn number 1.
Yeah, in this particular heat, I look for Jimmy to find some open water. I think he feels he's got this team covered. Find some open water, make sure he's clean at the start. Don't look for him to try and put his boat right on the line. I don't think he has to be that precise. Dustin Eccles, I would expect, will be on the outside. That's where he tends to run that smaller boat. So I would look for Jimmy Shane in this one to be fairly conservative here, although Mr. Perkins has shown a propensity to put his boat in lane 1 and at least try and run to the corner with Jimmy. It's a good way to measure him. Let's find out what you got. Put it on the inside and run him hard to turn 1.
I was going to say Brian Perkins might be the
on time. He actually got a little time to pick up, but let's save that.
2 races that I've watched him, he is just flying that boat, and he is looking great.
Dustin's coming along behind you. He's going just about double your speed. He's going to be coming up alongside here in just a minute.
We'll have to see where he decides to put his bright blue home street boat.
Well, I think he's going to put it in lane 2 as we come up to 2 minutes. 2 minutes before the start. It is Heat 2B.
Just stay 80, keep your distance.
I'm kind of concerned with what Jimmy's doing. He's kind of hanging back.
Way to the outside. Then you are going to have Brian Perkins in lane number 1, and I think you're going to see Jimmy Shane come in between the 2 boats. But he is still up at the top end of the race course. Now, careful, Aaron. Aaron's coming across the race course.
130. These boys are early. Stay on your time. Stay on your time.
Right away versus any boat that might be cutting the course. I thought that might get a little close. It did not. 120 till the start, okay? 120.
All right, we're going to be, it looks like Dustin Eccles in the 440 is going to be out in front, but here comes the home street boat, and he is all the way out.
9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark 1 minute.
Come off the lower corner, it will be Brian Perkins in lane number 1. It's going to be Aaron Salmon in 2. It's going to be Shane in 3. And then on the far outside, it looks like it will be the Bucket List Racing and Dustin Eccles. Look for Shane.
Remember, you got 3 laps to catch him. You don't have to do it in the first lap.
I don't think he will. We're going to teach this rookie how to get around a course, and it's going to be pretty interesting. Don't shake your head at me. Brat loose.
30 seconds to the start. Top end of the race course. Aaron Salmon has picked up and caught up to everybody. He is going to run this thing on an inside lane. He's going to be on the front row. It's the first time the young man has been in there. The orange boat you see on the outside, that is Dustin Eccles. He will go way wide as we're inside 15 seconds to the start. So we've got Perkins in 1, Salmon in 2.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Jimmy Shane, it is Heat 2B. It's presented by Graham Trucking. Shane nails the start, and he gets down here with a lead, but he's out in lane 3, Kay.
Exactly, and I told you Brian Perkins was going to hold lane 1. We are going to put the rookie right into the wall of water. And it's
5 boat lengths to Brian. You got a full tail on Aaron. You got to burp it. Remember to burp it.
As they come down the backstretch going into turn number 2, lap 1.
Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance, running strong on the inside with Brian Perkins. It's a good start. Everybody was legal. This is a terrific opportunity for Perkins to measure himself against Jimmy Shane. Shane, as we thought, goes way wide out there, leaving plenty of lane space in between he and Brian Perkins for the young rookie to have a run in there. Shane comes down with 1 in the books, staying out wide, and that is allowing Mr. Perkins to make up a little bit of ground on the inside, Kay.
I told you that dark horse was going to come out of Brian Perkins, because you can tell Jimmy Shane is floating that boat. He is working everything he can to try and keep Perkins in his rearview mirror, but Perkins keeps on jumping in on his inside hip. But we've got your leader coming down the back stretch. Is going to be the home street boat of Jimmy Shane, and in second place is going to be Brian Perkins of the Payne West Insurance, but third place is going to be that 99.9. And Brad, check out the rooster tails and how high they're getting going into turn number 2.
Top end of the race course, Jimmy Shane again going to swing out way wide, playing this one pretty conservative. Look at Brian Perkins. He's been living in lane 1 since we got here and they backed the boat in on Thursday. He's been in lane 1 all weekend long. 2 up, 2 down, 1 to go for the brand new boat, courtesy of Home Street Bank. He's going to come down here, not quite a full rooster tail on Mr. Perkins, and he comes into the lower corner, still getting that terrific boat ride, Kay.
He is, and like we said, this water gets rough, and you can see the sponsons on Jimmy Shane. Left sponson smacking, right sponson smacking, and he is working that boat to keep Brian in his back shoes. That is valuable points that Jimmy Shane needs to get himself to the top podium. We are looking at National High Point Champion maybe for 5 years straight, but they're coming down for the checkered flag, and it is Jimmy Shane, but he has got somebody on his right side hip.
Perkins trying to make up some ground on the inside. He's going to tighten it up a little bit. Tighten up the lead with Jimmy Shane. I still think Shane's got him. He maintains the boat speed. He'll come off on about lane number 4, and it's going to be Jimmy Shane driving the 1. The Home Street, Blue Home Street Bank, they will come home victorious, but in his mirrors and in his rooster tail, a nice run for the Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance. Brian Perkins, the U21, he will take a 2nd place finish. Another 3rd place finish for the rookie, the U99.9 CarStar powered Miss Rock, driven by Aaron Salmon. And Dustin Eccles comes off the top end of the race course in the bucket list racing. He will come down and pick up 4th place points. And it is so important that these guys get points every single time they run. They ran 4 times in preliminaries over in the Tri-Cities. Because of the different race format, this little orange boat started all 4 of them. The little orange boat finished all 4 of them. And thus, by the simple cause of consistency, found their way on the front row in the final.